Hey guys, today I thought I'd talk about what I found out of bounds in the Super Nintendo version of Earthworm Jim. So basically, I used to cheat in a game that allowed you to spawn Jim anywhere in the map. This cheat, if I'm right, it's AXAXAAAA, and that allows you to spawn him anywhere in the map anytime, without using the debug menu. The first level of the game, New Junk City, there wasn't that many special things I found out of bounds by spawning Jim anywhere in the map. I just discovered there's some glitches that can happen in the game. Basically, in the Billy the Bin fight, if the player spawns themselves outside of the fight, they'll cause graphical glitches to happen. And in the Chuck fight, if they spawn themselves out of the map like usual, the game will start causing graphical glitches. This happens in some boss fights where if you spawn yourself a certain outside area of the boss fight, graphical glitches could occur. But I haven't really tested it with the other ones yet. In What the Heck, all I basically found was just... I didn't really find anything except some of the enemies in the levels could follow the player, and also you get triggered the evil the cat attack part, which is kind of strange and interesting. Anyway, the snowman fight in the game, if you use the cheat, you can spawn yourself outside the map, and there's literally nothing else in the map. It's kind of crazy how you're just fighting in one single platform. They don't show this on camera, but if you start moving Earthworm Jim around the map, then the camera will basically break, allowing you to see the outside area. Evil the Cat boss fight. In this fight, basically what I just found is that you can spawn Jim under the map that leads to a platform, and for some reason the platform that Evil the Cat was standing on is down there just bouncing up and down whenever the player moves next to it. But also, if the player moves the camera near where the boss fight takes place at, the game will freeze. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how I found this. Down the tubes, I didn't really find anything interesting in this level, only just teleporting Jim to the tube areas of the game where you have to use a submarine to go around. Tube race was the exact same, nothing that was really special about it, except I was able to spawn Jim in another area. And yet again, the same goes for Snout Problem, nothing special. If you try to spawn Jim outside of the walls will push Jim back, kind of like if they're trying to not make sure he gets into out of bounds. Level 5. Level 5, there are several other interesting things I found in this level if you use the out of bounds cheat to spawn yourself anywhere. Why am I calling it out of bounds at this point? Out of bounds, it's called view map mode, but anyways. So, a certain part of the map, I found this exhalator. There's like an exhalator, and you can actually stand on it. The second part of the level, the little spinny things that grab Earthworm Jim, well, they're fans basically. Anyway, as soon as they grab Jim, if you use the cheat and spawn yourself out of the map, it'll still play the animation where it tosses Jim, and it's a little bit interesting. In the Naked Chicken fight, there was nothing really special. It was just, yeah. But I somehow got Jim to get stuck in the ceiling of the map. Probably the camera just moved, or got stuck when I was messing with it. For Pete's Sake, on the other hand, basically what just happened was, if you spawn around the map, you can spawn Peter anywhere in the map, but for some reason you'll see him, like, floating. So basically he's now floating around. And I decided to mess around by making him spawn near one of the little, tentacle things that grabs him. And then as soon as he quicked up Earthworm Jim in its monster form, I used the cheat again, and this time you see him pulling on the Jim, except Jim isn't there, as the sprite for him is not there. At this point, I basically moved him all the way near the ending exit of the level, but then he pulled the Jim all the way back. But for some reason, you can be able to move Jim when this does happen. I was able to helicopter or do the whip attack. It was very strange. I did it, and as soon as he spawned me, he shot me right through the ground. Man, I probably deserved that. And for intestinal distress, just kidding, there's no intestinal stress in this version of the game. Alright, the helicopter part of Buttville, all I basically found was the same thing with Snout Problem, where if you spawn them between or in the walls, it'll bounce them and knock them back into the level, which is kind of crazy. Alright, for the main level itself, I usually went up and looked around, and there's a lot of parts in the ceiling, until what a crazy thing I found was these two platforms that Jim could actually stand on and climb, which is pretty crazy how these were just sitting in the middle of the map. I messed around with the boss fight, and nothing really special happened. And lastly, I ultimately forgot, but in Anti-Asteroids, if you use the cheat in Anti-Asteroids, you can actually move the camera angle, which makes it kind of strange. But not gonna lie, this does make it a little bit fun, just seeing how Jim just moves into like corner to corner. If they ever if people ever try to do speedrun a Super Nintendo version of Earthworm Jim, this would make it a lot more fun if they did this. Well, actually, when I mean fun, I mean a lot more difficult to actually play.